guys, JH6, welcome back to the channel. I definitely appreciate you guys watching. Now, in the last few videos, I've been getting questions about child safety. How do we protect our kids from guns? I mean, what do we do in order to protect them? Now, I gotta tell you guys, go ahead and check out the comments because I got a lot of subscribers here that are very, very knowledgeable. So they're probably gonna give you some really good ideas. So definitely check out the comments. But I'm gonna give you 5 things that I think is critical. 5 things are pretty common sense, but at the same time, it's going to allow you to protect your children from the gun. Now, guys, I think the first thing is going to be education. You got to be able to educate your children on firearms. I mean, a lot of guys buy a gun and they have this, shh, don't tell anyone, don't tell, we're going to put it here, and it's like a big secret. Don't make it a secret. Educate your children. Let them know, hey, this is a gun. The reason why we have this gun is to protect ourselves from bad guy. In case of a home invasion, in case of a home defense, we have a way to protect ourselves from the bad guy. So educate them. Let them know what this could do. So if by any way, which I wouldn't recommend you to leave guns hanging around, but if by any way they come across the gun, they know what it is and they know what the gun can do. Definitely some of the small kids are not going to understand weapons education. They're not going to understand anything about handguns because they're little boys. If your kid is 2, 3, 4 years old, I mean, they're way too small to understand anything. So some of you guys are worried about your children's safety. Some of you guys are worried about, if they come across a gun. So number 2 is simple. Get a safe. Have a safe where you could place your gun. Have a safe where when you not have this gun on you, the gun is on the safe. So again, that safe needs to have some type of locking device. Either you have the key, or maybe some type of code, maybe it's a fingerprints. I mean, there's so many choices out there in the market nowadays that having a safe for you to put your gun away is definitely a great idea. Alright guys, so number 3, something that I wouldn't recommend you to do it, but a lot of guys do it. Again, like I said, I don't recommend you to do this, but a lot of guys do this, and it's going to be having a condition 3 gun. Now, if you don't know what a condition 3 gun is when you have a magazine loader and you don't have a round in the chamber. So essentially, if you find yourself in some type of confrontation, you're going to have to rack that slide to the rear in order to engage the bad guys. So again, I wouldn't recommend you to do that, mainly because your gun is not ready to go. So if this is a home defense gun, it needs to be ready to go in case a situation happens. But I know a lot of guys do it. Let me know how you feel about that down in the comments. In the comments, essentially, if your kid come across the gun and he squished the trigger or he pulled the trigger, nothing is going to go off because there's no round in the chamber. I mean, essentially, your boy will have to rack the slide in order for a round to go off. So again, I don't recommend it, but I know a lot of guys do it. Alright guys, so number 4 is having a gun with a safety. Now, my M&P Shield has a safety, so that could be potentially a choice. Again, if your kid comes around and grab that gun, even though that gun is loaded, you have a safety. So again, your kid will have to take that extra step of taking off the safety in order to engage the trigger, in order to pull the trigger and have a round go off. I'm not a big fan of safety, to tell you the truth, especially for a defense gun, but that's something that a lot of guys with kids do. And again, it seems to work fine for them. So to me, having a safety is not a showstopper. As long as you practice, a lot of training, guys, drawing, taking off the safety, and engage the threat, I think you're going to be okay. The military has a pistol with a safety, and they do just fine. So again, I don't like safeties, but I don't think it's a showstopper at all. Alright guys, so here's number 5, and this is something that I would recommend you to do, and I think it's the best way to keep your family safe. And it's going to be essentially having the gun on you. Again, when you wake up in the morning, you put the gun on you. When you go to sleep, you take the gun off. So the whole day, this gun is on you. So again, you know the condition of the gun. You know if the gun is safe. You have eyes on the gun. So essentially, this gun is on you. So your kids won't be able to take it. Your kid won't be able to do anything to this gun because it's on you. You have fully control of the firearm. So that would be my top recommendation. Again, if it's not on you, it's on the safe. Alright guys, so I gave you 5 tips. Again, this is some of the things that I would do. Some of the things that I don't recommend you. But I know a lot of guys do it here in the community. Let me know what you think by putting comments down below. As always, if you like this type of videos, click like, subscribe to this channel, share the videos, and God is in control.